Right, so one of the things that we wanted to do is talk about some of the products that really help us.
Along these roads we roam, we find adventure through traveling, camping, boondocking, and exploring.
Hello everybody, my name is Russ.
And I'm Kerry.
And we are the Roads We Roam. Welcome to Vlogcast episode number 42. We do this vlog 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We also have a video on Saturdays, which we call our Faces and Places segments. Basically, you get to go with us all week long. We take the cameras out and you get to see what we've seen through the eyes of the camera, as well as what we've been talking about on these daily vlogs. We also have two opportunities where we get to talk with you live. That's Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then again Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, hello.
Pam.
Oh. I was like,
I'm looking in the camera and it just looks like Pam.
I'm thinking, did somebody come around the corner over here?
I couldn't let that go, so thank you for bearing with me on that. So it is Wednesday, and we are on our last day here in Lake Wales at Coleman Landing.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, me too. Got a great site.
We have been procrastinating about packing up all morning.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
We will be leaving, but we will not be going to Lake Arbuckle. That just didn't work out.
Yeah.
We had some stuff come up, but we probably will check it out next time. We do plan on coming back around this area.
Yeah, so we're heading back to our home base right now. We're going to regroup, and we'll be heading back out early next week to find some other campgrounds.
You know what I'm really surprised at?
What?
So at this location, they only have water and electric hookups. So we have not had the sewer hookups. We've gone pretty much since Friday.
Yeah.
And we haven't maxed out our tanks.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been cooking, doing dishes,
Yeah.
you know, all that. The gray tank is not even 3/4 yet.
Yeah.
And we have the 2018, which is the smaller 14-gallon
Yeah.
tank. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I like testing the limits just to see how far we can go on certain things like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good to know. And if people are wondering how long, well, we got here on Friday night. Or no, Saturday. We got here on Saturday.
Yeah, and we're still going. What is
Wednesday.
it? Wednesday. We're still going without a problem.
Not bad.
Yep.
Last night we took a walk. And the first exciting thing, we are across the street. There's a pasture and
Yeah.
there's cows. And all of a sudden, Billy starts growling and barking at one, and I'm wondering why she's picking on this one.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it runs into the road. It had somehow escaped.
Somehow it got out of the pasture and was on our side of the fence.
It was just running. It ran right down to the camp host's
Yeah,
house. So we're
yeah.
like, oh, he'll find the cow. And then 2 minutes later, he comes driving down the road with his granddaughter.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, I am so impressed by this little girl.
And she's an entrepreneur, that is for sure.
She managed to sell us some firewood at a really good deal.
Oh, Up in Smoke. So if you're ever in the Lake Wells area, her company is called Up in Smoke Firewood. And I think you can get quite a bit for $10. We didn't need all that much, so we got a half
Bundle.
a bundle for $5.
And she delivered it right to our campsite.
Yeah.
Because we ran into them on the road. She said, we'll deliver it. We'll bring it right down there. But I was just so impressed by her entrepreneurial spirit. And,
Yeah, she's
and her
the boss.
And when we gave her the money, Grandpa said, so who gets that money? And she's like, I do. And he said, well, I did all the work. And she's like, well, I'm the owner.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny.
So
We'll have that video. We've got that. We were lucky enough to get that on video, so you'll see that on our Faces and Places video coming up Saturday.
another thing that you'll get to see, I think, unless it goes really tragic, I am going to attempt to drive the truck with the trailer for a bit today.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking you're going to be quite surprised because going straight is just going straight. You just have to kind of leave yourself a little bit of extra room when you're making those turns. And you've seen so much backing and worked with me, guiding me in and watching me as I've learned, that I think you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to pick it up a lot easier than you think you will.
I'm one of those people that I can sit in the passenger side of the vehicle when you drive somewhere 100 times, and then if I had to get in and drive, I wouldn't know where I was going. I have to physically be the one to experience. So I can watch you back the trailer 1,000 times, and when I have this fear that I'm just going to freeze and it won't make any sense.
Well, the good thing is it's a lightly used campground today. There's not a whole lot of people around, so you won't have to worry about people are watching me. So that's the hardest part. When you kind of put under the gun, when you're put under pressure, that's when it gets a little bit harder.
I give you a lot of credit because you had to just dive right in and do it. They gave us the keys at the RV dealership, and okay, Russ, drive it home.
Yeah.
You must have been terrified.
Well,
you had to.
I wasn't excited about it, I'll tell you that much.
You had to man up.
Yeah, exactly.
The other fear that I have when just gauging that time. So if I have to cross the street or traffic, the amount of time needed to safely get across somewhere. So I'll be one of those people waiting till the street is absolutely empty.
Fine. That's if you don't feel comfortable, don't go. That's the one thing that we've always said is we're not in a rush. And we're definitely not in a rush if it's going to cause some sort of property damage or safety issues. So you just wait until you feel comfortable to go, and then you go and forget about everybody else. The only two people that matter are the people that are in that car, and just block everybody else out.
So we shall see. I'll give you an update tomorrow, let you know how it went. But this is probably the best place for me outside of a big empty parking lot.
Yeah.
For me to practice and learn. I feel comfortable here, and as Russ said, it's a pretty empty, slow-moving place, so I don't think that there should be an issue there.
Yep.
So cross our fingers and our toes.
You'll do fine.
Last night I could not fall asleep for the longest time. I did my normal handy vac, sucking up all the little mini bugs right before we went to bed. That handy vac saved my life. I cannot fall asleep if I know that there are bugs flying around.
So the handy vac, not the handy vac, the screens on the little guy Max do a pretty good job of keeping out the mosquitoes, but it's those really tiny little ones, and they really don't bother. They don't bite. I haven't been bit by any of them.
No, but when I walk in and there's like 30 of them just all around the light, it drives me crazy because
so she gets her handy vac out there.
Suck them up, and then what I have been doing is just bring the vacuum back outside. I'll dump it, and then I just kind of set it out there for the nighttime so the bugs don't crawl back through. But I'm laying there, and I can hear this one little mosquito. Wait, how do mosquitoes sound, Russ?
Bzzz.
No, this one that I had was much higher sounding.
Okay, well.
I could not fall asleep.
Then it wasn't a mosquito, because that was a perfect rendition of a mosquito. So it must have been something else.
So to distract myself, I was reading the news online, and I saw somebody probably has a worse fear of bugs than I do.
Did you Google bugs in a trailer or something? How did you come on that story?
No, this was just by...
Was it just dumb luck?
It was by dumb luck.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was just flipping through, and this guy in Perth, Australia, had the cops called on him because of his fear of bugs. There was a spider in his house, and he was trying to kill it. And he was screaming at it, "Why don't you die? Why don't you die?" And the little kid in his house was screaming because of his reaction, while this neighbor was walking by down the street, heard him screaming this, and the child screaming, so the person thought the guy was trying to kill the kid, and the cops were called, and everybody came down. At least that's not happening with me. So.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine the cops responding to that, and then his surprise once they came in? Oh boy.
I wonder if they helped him kill the bug.
Yeah, well.
Or the spider.
Hopefully they did.
Right, so one of the things that we wanted to do is talk about some of the products that really help us. And one of the things that really helps us, it gives me peace of mind, Proven Industries lock, and it keeps our trailer safe. Now, I want to start by saying we are not being sponsored by them. We're not getting any affiliate things.
Nope.
Nothing. This is just when we bought this trailer, I wanted to make sure that somebody wouldn't just hook it up and take it away if we left to go exploring for the day. This gives me the peace of mind. Now, they do make it for all different types of trailers. We will talk today about the one that's specific for our model. They all work essentially the same way. It's just the size that fits different. So I'll let Russ get into the specifics on this.
Exactly. So I've got it right here. Oh, this is it here. This is a proven industry hitch lock, and this is for our little guy Max, and the model number is 2178A. Now, since we bought this one, they came out with a newer one that is actually a square shaped, and you can lock your safety chains inside here as well. So we may have to look at getting another one of those. I don't know. This was what,
$235. So they're not cheap.
Yeah.
But if you think about what it's saving you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So this is just a great little unit. It's heavy. It's about 8 pounds. And you know, we've seen some of them for $19, you know, and we've seen a lot of videos where these hitch locks are popped off in under a minute.
Yeah.
You know, under a minute. And when you think you've got a $30,000 rig behind you and all the gear that you take with you, you know, I think you want to protect that. And for us, $235 was well worth it. What it is, I mean, this is solid steel here. It's very difficult to get this off, even when it's connected.
It does. Sometimes it goes on well. Sometimes I have to fudge with it a little bit.
The only reason being here is this lock is, you can't even see that. When it's on your hitch, it's like this, so you can't see it. So the hardest part is just trying to find that little lock, you know. I always remember that it's to the left. When I'm looking at it, it's to the left. It's over by the P. But this lock is a puck style lock.
I'll hold this.
Thank you. Oh, you're gonna let that fall out.
I got it.
So it's a puck style lock. And this is solid aluminum, aircraft quality aluminum. And let me reposition this. And you can see there's another piece in here. Now this gets locked in your hitch. And then it slides right in here. You can see this tab here. The bolt from here goes through both of those tabs, and it's not going anywhere. Now this can be kind of a puzzle to mess with when you first get it. But you've got these two tabs here and these two grooves, and you just slide those tabs right here on either end inside the grooves, and it'll line up perfectly. So this, I mean, a solid piece of equipment. I really like it. You know, I think you guys will like it. This one is obviously used. We've been using it ever since we've been on the road. So we don't have a brand new spectacular one that Proven Industries sent us. You know, maybe if they'd like a review done on their brand new one, we could do that.
Well, I did a little bit of research, and I found the company, they created this product because they suffered their trailer being stolen. And they wanted to create something that was better than anything else that was out there.
Yeah. You know, I've seen videos and where a lot of them were knocked off in a matter of, you know, seconds. I mean, some of them were under 10 seconds you were able to pop those trailer hitch locks. This one here, you know, I'm sure you could get it off, but I think the video went on, they just quit after about 30 minutes. And really, in the world of security, that's all you're doing. Nothing is impregnable. Nothing. Fort Knox isn't impregnable. But what this does is it will delay. You know, it'll delay in time for other people to see what's going on or for the authorities to arrive. And probably what it's really going to do is it's just going to, you know, they're going to look at it and they're going to say, nope, it's going to deter. They're not going to want to mess with that. They're going to look for something that's a little bit easier pickings.
Well, think about it. If you're in a busy campground, a lot of your neighbors come and go on a daily basis. So nobody knows that that is not your trailer. So it could take nothing for them to come with those little master locks or something and cut through it.
Yeah.
And then hook up their truck and drive it away.
Yeah.
And nobody would be the wiser. Nobody would remember, because how many trucks do you see pulling through an RV camp?
That's true.
So,
Unless you're talking to your neighbors or you've been here for a while, it's difficult to discern who should be here and who shouldn't be here.
Now, I do have a question to throw out to everyone. One of the other safety things or security things that we are looking into right now, generators. Mm-hmm. Because I was reading, as people are getting ready to go to the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, that the law enforcement people out there have to deal with so many so many stolen generators.
Yeah.
Every time that all these people converge on Quartzsite.
Yeah.
That's big money. That's big business. So how do you, if you are not in a Class A or a C where it's integrated,
where you have a detached trailer or a detached generator like us, how do you secure that? We've got chains. We've got a chain, a hardened chain, but I can connect it to the truck or the trailer to secure that side. But there really is no really good place for me to secure it on the generator. Now, you and I talked about this, and you were telling me about a guy that puts it inside of a dog kennel. Mm-hmm. And one, it deters because somebody's like, well, is there a dog over there or not? Is he going to bark? And two, I think it just kind of, it covers it. It disguises it, If you're just quickly looking for generators to take, you see this dog kennel that you see a lot of dog kennels in campgrounds. Mm-hmm. So, you're going to be, okay, that's just a dog kennel,
or do you want to risk, how do I check if that's a dog or a kennel, and you don't want a dog barking to alert people?
Yeah, I think that's a brilliant
That's a good idea. That's a serious investment with the generator.
Yeah. $1,000, that's a lot of money. All right, guys, so that's all we have right now. Thank you so much for your tips, your comments, your questions, your concerns. Please keep them coming. We use them in our Tuesday Q&A.
Yeah, we've been getting so many that I love it. That's why we did a whole show.
Yeah, we just dedicated the show to it. Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, you can get a hold of us at any time at theroadsweroam.com, either that or on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter. And we also upload all of our daily vlogs onto our podcast on Spreaker and iTunes. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. We look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.